I'll
We're live. All right, let me go ahead and boost the stream real quick.
let's
What's going
go.
on? All right.
I zoom in a bit.
How do you
There you
zoom
go.
in, dude? I need to
I have
learn.
a very, very expensive webcam. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah. Was it more or less than the helmet?
My webcam compared to the helmet.
Yeah.
Um, the helmet's probably pretty expensive. So let me actually. I'll put this in the in the Discord.
Dude, I love hanging out in the war chat so much.
Yeah. Oh
But
my god, that is funny. It is funny constantly in there.
yeah, if you can get like 10 people in there, it makes me so excited for the the boss strikes. That's gonna be so much fun.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I can't wait till boss strikes. Boss strikes are gonna be probably like one of the biggest things that I'm gonna be very content heavy on. But yeah. Endless is saying AP either you lower your audio or hobby increases
Well,
mic
here's
audio.
the we can get better, and we will need to get a +1 here, um, or another mic because the AP's mic is about 6 times as much as mine. It would be my assumption because I'm rocking the PlayStation, PC, and Xbox mic all at once.
I can see if I can lower mine. Uh,
We weren't it's good. We weren't talking for the last hour. MLG, who are you in um
that's
in
judge.
P-War?
That's
That's
judge.
just
That's judge.
oh my gosh. Guys, I am so privileged to have AP here today. Um, he is taking the time out of his day to come hang out with me. We're gonna be talking all things Battle Nations. We have the new updates, so we're gonna be doing some of those missions alongside him today. I think we're both level 32 right now. And we're
Yep.
also gonna be talking about the new Plasma Mammoths. And guys, just a little shout out to Rocket. Just a little shout out to the merch. This was the Patreon merch right here. I don't know if you can see it. Um, but they sent me the wrong size, but that's because I forgot to put my size in. $30 Amazon mic, boom mic. Yeah, I need to get that. I
They
need to get
sent
that
you the
so
wrong
bad.
size.
Well, so there's a story behind that. So I signed up for you're stuck with this name. So the story behind that is that I moved last year, and before I moved, I did lieutenant tier, something like that, to the Patreon.
Yeah.
And with that, you get the T-shirt, the string bag, and all the stickers, and they're like, "We're gonna send it out to you eventually." I was like, "Okay," and then I just didn't keep up with the Discord, and I'm still waiting for it. My mammoth pillow too.
The mammoth.
Um,
I see. I did the after like all the digital stuff, so I'm not getting any of that. Sadly,
that
I
is
wish
so
I
that's
did. What?
I was just gonna say, so that's why you just bought the used helmet instead.
Yeah, I mean, I got the helmet. I mean, I spray painted this, and then I just bought a thing off of Amazon, and that's about it, bro. This is my merch, bro.
Custom, one of one. So essentially, I looked back at the Discord and people were like, "Yo, I love the merch and stuff like that." And I just moved, and I was like, "Oh shoot! Not only have I not given my size for anything, but I also haven't updated my mailing address." So I went to my old address, talked with Alex. He hooked it up. He was able to get everything. He was able to let me know like the tracking number, and I was able to get it. Don't undersell the helmet, and was able to get it shipped back up here. And it was a super cool care package, like a Battle Nations really nice drawstring bag, keychain, stickers, and a T-shirt. and the t-shirt's awesome, but it's like a size too small, and it just looks like a muscle shirt now. So I've thought about cutting off the sleeves, but I don't think I can rock the veteran look just yet.
I mean, I can't hate the muscle shirt, bro.
Dude, you can hate the muscle shirt when you don't have any muscles.
Like all I'm saying, that's just telling you to, hit the gym, get in there, get swole for you like a little month or two. And then
Yeah,
like that's promotion for Battle Nations, bro.
I'm gonna do 100 push-ups for each bar I get to R6 Wimps.
That'd be
So
crazy, actually.
dude, it would be exhausting. You want to talk about making that stream harder? It would be doing that.
I would be down to do something. I mean, with the 28-hour stream, I had the whole spin the wheel if I was like dozing off or anything like that. So it definitely it helped me stay awake. But then at the same time, I feel like at each bar I should have done something. I don't know. There's just so many things that I would love to change and add to that type of stream. But
What?
at the start of it, I just wanted to see if I could fucking make it.
I mean, I mean, so with that stream when it was because no offense, I was not watching at 4 a.m. Um,
Yeah, I wouldn't want anyone else watching at 4 a.m.
was it just like one viewer at the time?
No, actually, I think at night I was probably around 20-ish to 25 viewers.
Oh
And
wow.
then, yeah, and then during the days when I started hitting around like the 45s-ish area.
Mm-hmm.
And then obviously like towards the end of the stream, that was like my highest being around like 60,
Yeah.
65 range. So, I mean, I was more surprised that there's definitely a decent amount of people there. But I mean, I did also tell people like, look, I'm trying to hit this goal of the watch hours. If you don't have to watch, just mute the
You
stream, stay here with me, and that's it.
the first thing I did in the morning when I might have been watching. Okay, so you definitely had some subscribers or some watchers there. First
Oh
thing
yeah,
I
yeah.
did in the morning when I woke up, because I went out like the night before, so like checked in right before I went to bed. I was a little hazy, and then I woke up. I was like, "Oh my God, is he still going?"
Mm-hmm.
I
I
just go ahead.
No, I was committed. That was just it. I was just committed.
It was like I wish I took a screenshot of the before and after, because when I went to bed, spirits were high, glasses were still on, the hair looked a little more put together, and I wake up in the morning and it's just no glasses, like a bedside voice, and this counter of like 2 hours, 2.5 hours per VAR, and I'm like, yeesh. But you did it, man. That's awesome.
It
That's
was yeah, it was definitely a rough one. The thing is, it's like a lot of people ask if like one, how was it?
yeah,
And do you think I could do it again? I think I could definitely do it again. It's just the fact that like I have my girlfriend here and we both live together. She sleeps. She's not obviously not doing a 28-hour stream or anything. If I could be how I am right now, being
yeah.
as loud as I talk, I'm a very loud person in general. But if I could just be as loud as I am and just kind of, do all the crazy stuff while still being consistent in the game, I 100% think I would have been high energy the entire 28.
Oh,
Maybe around like the 4 or 5, 6 a.m. time. That's where I started feeling it because like I'm like, look, I don't want to talk really much. I don't want to say much. I just want to watch YouTube and just do this mindlessly.
zero content.
Yeah, yeah. So, but again, like it was very surprising to see a decent amount of people still watching and chatting and everything. So I'm super grateful for that.
Yeah.
One of the biggest MVPs that especially helped me a lot was Hades.
Sit
Hades,
down.
he like stayed the entire time of the stream. Like he was there from the start to finish, basically. Maybe going in and out, but he was clipping for me. He was doing so much. That's why he's actually a mod in on YouTube for me. Is because of that. I was just so surprised for it.
Uh,
So,
Dude, that's
but
huge.
yeah, yeah. I mean, but everyone that joined, that it was fantastic. I loved talking to everyone. So.
Also, thank you, Warp Knight, for hitting that subscribe button. Want to go through? Hazel said, "Press X to doubt I might have been watching." One Chipotle per bar. Your Chipotle story is still one of the better Chipotle stories I think I've ever heard. Um, what did you get? Like you said, you got just the worst bag or worst burrito ever, and then you just straight up dropped it, but it lived.
No, so it was. I wouldn't say it was like the worst burrito, but the homie was definitely skipping out. Okay, look, guys. If you mid max Battle Nations, allow me to help you mid max Chipotle. Order your rice or order your bowl or burrito, sure, whatever. Order your rice, order your beans, and then when you hit the protein, they're gonna ask you. Let's use chicken as an example. You let them scoop the chicken one time, okay? They'll do one scoop, they'll put it on your bowl and burrito, and then they'll do a mini scoop, okay? And then you don't say nothing, okay? You say nothing. The moment they drop the spoon, that's where you hit them with, oh wait, actually, you get double chicken, and that's where you get more chicken. Because if you say it while they're actually scooping, they like skimp out on you, and they consider that mini scoop the quote unquote double chicken. That's how you min max it. But as I got my burrito and I'm scootering home, I have an electric scooter. Chipotle's like maybe like 5 minutes away from me. As I'm scootering home, I'm like basically on my street and I hit this bump and I just felt my bag, my Chipotle bag, just go become like way lighter. And I swear to God, I turn around. It looked like a crime scene because I get hot on the side. And I turn around and all I see is just my hot sauce just spread across the cement with my burrito just rolling. And I'm just like, bro. So I went back, I walked over, I looked at my burrito. The burrito was fine. The burrito was chilling. My
Burrito made it.
sauce, yeah, the burrito made. I still ate that shit. What do you mean, bro?
No
None of
question
it, nothing
about
hit the
it.
floor. So, but yeah, that was it hurt because I didn't have my sauce, but at the same time, the burrito survived, so I can't cry. So there you go.
That's
There you
awesome.
go.
I'm currently getting my ass kicked right now trying to do the Angry Sailor bar crawl mission. Have you had any experience with the new update of just we've kind of gone from this mindless grind in this game, SP came out, everyone's doing the formations. You can as you proved, you can pretty much do it while you're sleeping and like not
Mm-hmm.
lose a unit. But
Yeah.
now I'm just losing units left and right because I'm being a little too careless. It has been a very humbling experience doing so. I'm not sure if you've had the same thing.
I've had once or twice where I'm just mindlessly clicking.
Yeah.
That's actually how I lost. I don't know if you can consider it because I wasn't really paying attention with my last M10 and homie just got deleted, but he got double crit and breach. So I don't know if you can consider it. Yeah, he got hit like once, so he had like all his health still. And then the power boat did its thing, and I'm like, all right, well, I don't know what you want me to do with this now. So,
So I suck. Um, that's how ended lost his frag, dude. Losing a frag would suck. I've lost two light tanks, and I also have lost a M10, and it's just horrifying. I mean, you just hate it. You're like,
yep,
oh, there goes 1,000 steel.
yep.
What's going on,
1,000
Denny?
steel.
Yeah, and steel is a hot commodity right now because they're just beggars can't be choosers. I need to rank up my FAs. I have like 7 different units I need to rank up, and I'm just I'm getting killed on the steel. Are you kind of in that same boat?
I was definitely feeling a bit of a crunch with iron.
Yeah,
I have 2 advanced mines and I have the advanced steel, and honestly, I'm just at a point to where I'm like, I'm a decently high level, and I'm definitely I feel like I'm somewhat ahead. I always have the mindset of being like always behind
yeah.
that everyone else is just ahead of me, and I'm really trying to go into the mindset of like, I really want to grind this game out. I want to be considered, I'm not just here just making content or anything.
Mhm.
I want to also be, one of the higher players in the game that's like known like, oh, this guy's usually the first to have R6 wimps, the first to have R6 supers, all that type of stuff.
Yeah.
But with like content and then wanting to actually grind and having a full-time job, it's definitely a lot. But even then, like, just like the resource and stuff, I'm definitely at a point to where a lot of stuff is taking tier 2, but I also left behind some like things to where it's still asking for tier 1 resources at like, I don't know, like 8K, looking for 8K stone, 8K iron. I think the repair bay, my repair bay is actually super low level
Ooh.
compared to like what my hospital is. So I'm struggling in that sense. I'm like, dang, now I can't really, if I stop my tier 2s to let my tier 1s, grow up or well, gather more
Grow up.
resources. I'm kind of like bottlenecking myself for my tier 2 stuff.
You really went hospital over repair bay for upgrading?
I did, yeah. At first,
Yeah.
yeah. Right now, I'm not in that issue anymore.
Okay.
My iron's been fantastic. My iron's been fantastic. I literally got one normal iron mine with the land expansions.
Okay.
I justified my my needs for decorations over getting another iron mine. So that's where I've been sitting for the entire time at level 30.
I mean, when you get to team advanced repair bay, I'm not getting to repair. I don't lose units. It's not happening. I will retreat so quickly before I lose a unit.
This is
Um,
this is coming from the guy who just said who lost like 2 light tanks, an M10.
dude, it's a light tank. I'm just not gonna repair them if I'm being honest. But I'm with you. Like especially because of level 35 too. You get so many good decorations. You get the paved roads. You get the duplexes, the new modern houses. So those are just so nice. It's gonna look so good once I'm done. But I have a feeling it's gonna be kind of a while, just because yeah, I'm so behind on everything else. I feel like I'm just so behind in this game again.
Yeah, I can understand that. I mean, even with me, like, I mean, there's already players who are already level 35. I mean, the update
Holy sh!
came out 2-3 days ago, 4 days ago. I don't even remember honestly. Um, it's insane. I mean, those are the people who rushed with like Morgan's house and everything, or they just still have all their missions. Like, did you do all your missions before the level cap increase, or did you
Yeah,
leave
because
some?
I'm dumb. I shouldn't have done it. But I was like, "Yeah, dude, these are fun. Let's keep doing this. We're not gonna get the next update for a while." And
hmm
then Alex just comes on and he's like, "Boop, here we go."
Yep. Yep.
And
Yep. I mean, I even had the moment of like, I think in one of my streams or videos, I even said, I even said about, oh guys, they mentioned the level cap increase. I just feel like it's not gonna happen for like at least 2 weeks. Happens in 3 days. 3 freaking days afterwards.
they heard you say that and they took it personally.
You know what? I would believe that.
Uh, also, while we were just talking, I lost a heavy. So
You gotta pay attention. You have to pay attention to your troops, man. You
I
have to
just
pay attention.
it died by I think an armadillo, which was really bad. Um, but whatever. I completed the mission.
That's all that matters. Get the XP, you get out. You get the XP and you get out. That's all.
Bruised and boozed is the next mission. It's just return home, and I'm like, yeah, yeah, I feel that. So if you were to, so this new Plasma Mammoth is coming out, and you're RIP. God bless. Hey, it was worth the 2000 XP. If you, we will thank him for his sacrifice. And I got 1200 SP for returning home. Let's go. All right. Well, have you built the have you built the fish hatchery yet?
I have not yet. No, I think that's 33, maybe. I think I
No, no,
remember.
I'm 32. I'm already building it.
Oh, really? Maybe I'm just
Y-
behind on mission.
It comes from a mission. I
Yeah, I'm
do
probably
remember.
just behind on mission.
Um, yeah. So when you first started playing Battle Nations, you played it back in the day. You've been talking about that pretty actively, but
Mhm.
you kind of fizzled out, right? Prior
Yeah,
to it, even before the Navy update, right?
I stopped playing basically when Navy was introduced. I may have saw like the start of Navy, like a
Yeah.
week in, and that's it. That was it. After that, my frontal lobe decided let's go focus on playing Black Ops 1 or 2 or something.
You saw boats and you were like, "Oh hell no, I'm not doing this."
No, it wasn't even that because I actually do I mean even now I mean I think the naval is the same
Yeah.
from back then. I still think it needs a somewhat like rework for sure just to like have more playability between land units and naval units and maybe even air units. But beyond that, like it was just more of like I just stopped playing. That was it. Maybe my frontal lobe told me like, "Oh, my dad is just using me to as his alt account, and he doesn't have to actually work on it because I'm the one keeping up with everything." I'm like, "All right, fuck this."
He just sent you in there to collect gold.
Yeah.
What up, Law Game, and how you doing, man? All right, where am I at with
So,
missions? I got like 17 open right now. I got to defeat again. I want an aircraft carrier. Um, yeah, aircraft carrier would be very cool. Uh, how do you feel about the plasma mammoth? When I was taking a look at it, I feel like they did such a good job of like sticking to the art style. Does that make sense?
yeah. That was kind of like my first thing to you that I wanted to ask. Like, how do you feel about the art style? How do you feel like? Do you feel like it fits with the old Battle Nation? Because I feel like if you look at Naval Beyond, that's when the art style kind of changed for sure.
Yeah, I think with Naval 2, what we had is we could definitely see the increase in like I don't know what would you call it, like pixelation or or just like it looked like higher quality units on there. Um, and I did like that they were like increasing the graphics almost. Like, have you seen the photos of the old fire breather? And it just looked it looked like it was like Pac-Man from an Atari or something.
Yeah, that was like one of the first things when I was playing on iPad because that's kind of what I started doing the YouTube content on. And I'm very big on making sure quality is good,
Yeah,
both for just resolution and being on camera and audio and all that stuff. But when it comes to like looking at the game on my iPad, that's where I started to really realize like why is this fire trooper like in the worst quality ever? Like it's quite literally they found the photo and decided to upload it, download it, upload it, download it, upload it, download it multiple times, and then put it through like a burner basically, and then put it in the game.
they were like, yeah, this looks good. Let's send it.
Yeah, and I don't think it's their fault or anything. Not on the devs team. It's just more of like they're kind of working on what old assets and everything. So I
Yeah.
think it's exciting to see like from what the units we had back then to something new, especially with the Plasma Mammoth as well, because this is a completely new unit that wasn't in the game whatsoever. We know what the Pelican looks like. We know what Mega Tanks look like. We know all these promotional units that are going to be coming back in the game. But this Plasma Mammoth is a unit that is entirely different and new to both old Battle Nations and this Battle Nation, and that makes me super excited.
It's essentially a tease of what's to come, right?
Hey,
Because
yeah.
everybody's, last year I think everybody was like, because you were pretty active in the Discord last year, and everybody's just getting a little bit antsy, like, when's it coming? Like, what's gonna happen? And I think there definitely was a slow rollout. I mean, when they released the call it version 1.0 in the beta, it was not a lot of missions in there. You could still do your stuff, no SP, and you were kind of just getting a very bare bones battle nations, but you were still back in it, and that was cool, right?
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
the devs have just been cooking recently. I mean, the new update, the plasma tank, SP. I mean, this has all come in the last 3 weeks. It's been for 4 weeks. It's
Mhm.
been phenomenal, and I think
Absolutely.
it's just kind of a refreshing, like, breath of fresh air, just to know that. Why are you looking at his feet?
That's
It's
what
right.
I'm wondering, Endless. Why are you looking at his feet, bro? Why what
I
what
look
what are
over
you
at the look
what are you
over at the
doing over there? What are you doing over there, huh?
take a glance at the chat every once in a while and realize I have no idea what's going on in there. Um, but yeah, I think they're gonna do a great job. It seems like they're really committed to it. I mean, you have what, Boris who checks out your streams all the time.
Mhm.
They're really involved in the community. I know they probably want to chat a little bit more than they're allowed to right now. I think that's the one kind of thing that I've heard too, is that they are a little bit quiet sometimes. That's okay. They'll get there.
I think
But
they're mainly quiet because I forgot who said it. One of the devs. I don't know exact names, but I definitely remember someone mentioning they just don't talk much right now because they're obviously working on the game and they're trying to put all their time towards it. They're still looking at, the different discords they have in the official Battle Nation Discord. But you know, hey, by all means, if you don't want to chat in there and you're working on the game for future updates, getting closer to that full release, by all means, you know, stay silent, bro. Keep cooking. Nah, I don't care then. Sure, but I definitely remember seeing them mention that once the full game is out and once they obviously have more time on their hands and
yeah.
they're also working another job while doing this on the side. Um, hopefully this becomes something that they could just completely focus on instead of working at their other jobs. I don't know if they enjoy it or not, but
Once they bring
um,
in that nano money too, I mean, they'll be set.
exactly, exactly. Once they bring in that nano money, I can definitely see them talking more to us.
Yeah.
This is a team to where I wasn't really big into the community when the game was back then,
Yeah.
but I can definitely see them talking a lot more this time around. And I would absolutely love that. Where they can actually, just tell us a little bit about the game, but then also like give us little not tips, but just like if you didn't know this and that, blah blah blah, and all of that. Hey guys, we're maybe working on this, but hey, joking around like that's what I love with like joking around with Alex sometimes about the Zoe body pillow or Andrew about like resetting my wimps. Like
Yeah.
that is golden right there. That I love when you have a dev team who's communicating and also just being funny with their community. That's how you know they care about this, in my opinion.
Yeah. Agreed. I mean, and the devs have been so nice. They've given us a double SP weekend for the next month at least.
Yep, yep.
You're
Hey,
like,
it
hey,
could
guy,
end soon. It could end soon. You better be grinding, bro.
dude, I'm such a hardcore min maxer. My FAs are ready for R4. That I'm like, I'll figure it out. But yeah, no, I'm kind of
Man.
screwed on that. Spartan Breaker said one reason for how the particularly bad looking fire breather is because on lower resolution content, it looks even worse against
On a
on
higher,
higher.
yeah.
Yeah, Yeah, and if you ever put like like and it looks like they did patch it a little bit. I've noticed that it does look better, but before if you saw the fire breather next to like a TF2 unit, it,
Oh, oh yeah. I mean,
it was so
again,
bad.
yeah, that's like
It's
where
not
you see like,
Madrono's fault.
yeah, no, it's definitely not their fault, and that's where you kind of see the different ages of, you know, the animation and art styles of this game. That's where I feel like with like maybe after Naval, that's where I see a huge jump in different types of animation.
Yeah,
Um, and I would love to not backtrack it in the sense, but I would love to see a revamp of all the old units kind of match the new style of it. Because I do think the new style that they had back then can carry it over now. Like with the TF2 agents, let's consider like the mecha tank
mhm,
and I'm trying to think of other units, but kind of in that genre. I would love to see the field agent be, you know, redone or something. Maybe super tanks a little bit redone. And I'm not looking for like an entire revamp of the entire skin, but just a little more on them, and so it's all coherent and the continuity is there. That would be cool, but I don't think it's a huge thing either. So,
yeah, yeah, just like a nice touch up, and I think they're doing that. I mean, they got so much on their plate right now.
oh yeah, yeah.
So here's kind of the two big questions right now that I think everybody's a little bit antsy to know is it kind of want to hear your thoughts on this. Number one, do you think that we will be getting, or how high do you think the level cap is going to go before in many buildings too? Yeah, the building touch up. So if y'all look at my screen right here, actually they don't look that bad next to each other. Trying to
Go
find
look at the
building.
Raptors. Go look at Raptor Ranches.
Yeah, yeah, the Raptor Ranch was done in 100p. Um, yeah, a little touch up there, but I think the overarching question is, what do you think is going to be the max level before the game goes public?
I've said this a lot of times already. I personally feel like 35. I think we're at it. I think we're going to be sitting at this level cap for a while now. I think this is a good time to have the game actually go into full release. Obviously, there's still some bugs and stuff, like obviously the SP bug going on right now.
Yep.
But
What?
like stuff like that and just cleaning up stuff. I think they even have a bunch of stuff in mind, and they still have to even prep. I think this is a time for them to start prepping for after the full release on it. So I think we're gonna be sitting at 35 for a bit until full game releases. Then I can see it like a month, maybe a month and a half. That's where it comes into like, hey guys, level 40.
Yeah, boom.
Boom. So
So
that's kind of my thought process.
yeah, so Spartan is saying in old chats they claim the beta would uh they claim the beta would go to the all the way to the old level cap.
So
Um
70.
70. I'm not if they do that, in the devs we trust, right?
Mhm.
But I don't know if that's a good idea just because the skill gap's going to be huge. I mean, because I think everybody playing right now is already a diehard, I would say.
Yeah.
But and then we already know about the game. But just imagine just a new player just getting just just I don't know how, but ended up fighting some random guy who has R6 wimps, and he also has wimps, but they're R1, and just having no idea why that's the case.
Case, yeah. I think it comes to like that right there. I mean, obviously there's gonna be like the friends occupy and all that stuff.
Yep.
I don't think it would be bad if hey, again, if the devs cook and we get level 70 before the full game's release, by all means, bring it. Yeah, I'm down for that. I think you
Yeah.
have to also think of just like, and I'm not just talking about like myself or you or whatever, but if that's the case that we have level 70 before full release, people who are already ahead are going to be working towards that, and they're going to be sharing that type of information on the official Discord. I know for a fact for myself, like as I'm playing the game, I'm definitely be updating the hideout Discord, making
Yep.
sure like other players who are lower who know like different tips and tricks of just so they can know like, hey, this is going to be great to have at this level and have like 3 of them because you're going to need 3 of them for doing all these missions and make sure to prep this or like that one freaking wheat mission, bro. That one stupid wheat mission where you make the 24-hour wheat and then you click it and then you do it and then you have to make another one. That
Yeah,
pissed me off.
yeah, or just linking them to the Battle Nations wiki. That has saved me hours of time.
Yeah.
Just being like, okay,
Yeah.
this is coming ahead. Let's go ahead and plant this right now.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I think it's pros and cons to both sides of the story. Of if we have the level 70 before full release and have the full game release at 35. I
Yeah.
don't think anyone's gonna have a huge issue if you're level 35 in the full release and there's no level cap. There's still so much in the game, especially the people who are level 35. Those are the people who are grinding the game completely, making sure all the absolute great units that are going to be great from now to high to the end game of the game that are
Hmm.
rank 6 already. This is their time to shine, if any. They don't have to worry about leveling up. They don't have to worry about missions. They don't have to worry about anything. They can just quite literally rely on friends who have R6 wimps and farm off of
And I cannot wait for that moment. So do you think? I would kind of imagine that they would. I'm just curious to see how they play it. But do you think that they'll roll out? Do you think that they'll roll out multiplayer before the game goes public? Like, do you think they'll have us test that?
I don't the thing is, I'm pretty sure, and I have no really credibility in this. I just feel like I've again heard it through the grapevine. I'm pretty sure I saw one of the devs say it, but they can't really test multiplayer in test flight. I'm pretty sure.
Okay,
So
interesting.
the game has to go into full release for it. I know there can't be like a microtransaction in test flight. So
Oh, good.
that can't happen, but I'm pretty sure you can't have multiplayer in test flight. So I would think the multiplayer will be released with the full game release.
Dude, that's gonna be a sweaty night for them, I will say.
That will definitely be a sweaty night because again, like you have to think now SP for I mean, we have the SP bug right now, right?
Yep.
SP when occupying other people's lands, resources when you occupy other people's lands. I doubt they're gonna add PvP or ranked or anything like that at the start.
Yeah.
It's gonna be mainly like here's a friends list. Here you're able to look at other people's lands, and honestly, that could be it, and I'll be fine with that. But if they add in, attacking, occupying, all that stuff, that would be great. But I do think that's gonna bring in a lot more issues because they can't really test that, or at least I don't think they can test. I don't know coding, so.
I don't know coding. I don't know coding either, but I just feel like they're gonna have to kinda slow roll it, right? Like, it'd be so
Mhm.
cool to go. Because guilds, let's face it, we're probably not gonna get that. I would my guess for guilds is gonna be late fall, early winter. Um,
Yeah, yeah, probably. I guess that's kind of like that's kind of the question there, huh? There's sometimes I do feel like our community, low-key, kind of spoiled. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. We get updates pretty quick, and people ask for updates really, really quick. That's all I'm saying.
yeah.
I feel like we've been eating good, and that's because obviously the devs are working up towards the full release, trying to get it out sooner. Because the faster they get the full release, the faster they can get microtransactions, more players in the game. They
Yep.
can start leaving their jobs and really like grind this game out, and then
Hire
be
on
on
new
vacation in
people.
the Bahamas. So
Yeah. The Battle Nations Bahama cruise. I'm looking forward
exactly.
to it.
Yep. 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 So
Everybody
it's
gets a
all
helmet.
there. You go. Yep. Yep. Everyone gets a helmet, baby. Everyone gets a helmet. That'll be great for them. But Yeah, I will definitely have to say that. And you know what? Other thing I have to say, guys, if you're in the stream right now, you gotta subscribe to Hobby Hangout. You have to
Yeah,
subscribe, guys. You have to. It's like a known thing to subscribe. A known thing to subscribe. That's all I'm saying. That subscribe button, if it's not dark gray or clicked already, you might as well click it. You might as well.
I appreciate that. There is going to be some exciting stuff come maybe AP can ask a dev when the max level will be in beta. There's going to be some exciting stuff come down. We will have simultaneous streams going on with streamers like Dunvey and when Boss Strike comes out. So we'll be doing competitive Boss Strike on YouTube, which I think will
Yep.
be very cool. I'm gonna be going live when the game drops fully. I know you will be too.
Yep.
So we'll be rolling out that content. I think there will be a bunch of new people injected into the community then too, because this is kind of just like a who do you know here sort of deal.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right now. But yeah, there's gonna be a lot coming. I'm gonna be busy. So essentially, right now, I'm just doing streams for in April and May, and then in May I do this big trip, and then I'm basically done. And that's when I'm gonna start pushing out shorts, um, YouTube videos. I'm actually kind of a side note from Battle Nations here, but I'm going to be part of a charity stream. It's going to be a 24-hour Lego Star Wars stream for May the 4th, which I don't know if there's any overlap between those two communities, but it's going to
Oh.
be a fundraiser for St. Jude's as well. Everybody gets everybody gets like a time slot, an hour time slot to do, and then pass it on to the next one. That's going to be happening from May 2nd to May 3rd, going into May the 4th. So keep an eye out for that. That's going to be coming soon, but that is in the works. So we're going to be branching out a little bit from Battle Nations here. But Battle Nations will always be kind of the most important thing.
There you go. Yeah, you always have to. Battle Nation's life.
Battle Nations is life. I remember last year too. I was getting kind of impatient. I was like, I want it now. And then they kept posting updates about the plushies and stuff like that. I was like, stop it. Like,
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep.
and
Yep.
and now that it's out, I'm like, yeah, I'd take a plushie.
I mean, I guess I don't
Yeah,
know.
that hoodie that I didn't want, it seems kind of cool now. I'll have one.
I'm like, wait, yeah, other people have it? No, I kind of
Yeah,
want
how do
it.
how do I get my Zoe plush pillow?
There you go. That would be fun. There you go.
You got to upgrade to Gooner tier though.
The Gooner tier. That's the next. That's actually above Mammoth.
It's above
So
Mammoth.
yeah, if you want that, that's at least 10K.
You don't get any promo units or anything like that.
Nothing. Yeah, it's just the Zoe body pillow.
It's
That's
just the Zoe body
it.
pillow, and you get put on a watch list.
Damn. Damn.
Now we're talking.
I thought the
Um,
devs were cooking, but now they really are, guys.
yeah, everybody go spam this in the donator general. Tell them we got an
Oh
idea.
no. Oh no. Hey, all I'm gonna say is I didn't I know I said it on stream, but I wasn't the one who started it. One of the mods started it. They asked about the Zoe bot. Someone showed me, I forgot who, but someone showed me the screenshot that I was not the first person to mention it, so don't say I started the trend or whatever.
There's gonna be like AP and Zoe fan fiction coming out here soon.
No, no, no. Be
I'll tell
best
you,
best behavior for the freaking for the devs, bro.
they missed out on a really good April Fool's though.
I will. I mean, again, like as much as like I would love a good April Fool's joke from them. I think they were just they have a lot on their plate and
Yeah.
everything. I again like it would have been fantastic, especially with like such a small community to test out like a bigger event, I guess, that they may have wanted to put on. But it's totally understandable if they didn't do anything for April. We're in the beta. We're still trying to figure out a bunch of stuff. We have the SP bug. I mean, the whole nano crash, the nano market crash and everything. So, you know what? I'm not gonna be mad that they don't do anything for April Fools, but um, let them cook. That's all. I feel like that's the thing we all have to keep constantly saying is let them cook.
Just yeah. Spartan said for your 100 sub video giveaway, you should just give away a Zoe body pillow.
Hey, that sounds like a good giveaway item for you. There you go.
I could barely make a thumbnail. I don't think I can upgrade body pillows just yet.
You sign it yourself, you know?
That's true. I don't think that goes for much right now, but hey, lock it away and it will go for even less in the future.
You could be the first person to have it. That's where the market is.
That's
The
true.
having being the first person to have it.
That's true. Have you heard much from Imp that would take part in that? Yeah. You've collabed with Emperor before, right?
Yeah, yeah, we definitely yeah.
And he's so trying to just get like a landscape right now. And let me flip over to your Discord just to pull this up here. Um okay, and Spartan just sent me. Actually, guys, want to go over this first. Spartan, thank you so much for sending me this over. This is just a snip from Donator General, with Andrew talking about what the public release is going to look like. So this might help um, kind of alleviate any questions about that. Just realized I have my charging cord plugged into my headset. Gonna take that out. So Andrew said, just so there's no confusion on expectations, this is what our levels of completion will be at the different release dates. Beta launch day, core gameplay implemented for lower level players, targeting everything accessible to level 25 and lower. Notably missing will be tutorials as they are somewhat complicated to implement for little benefit, as the beta audience is going to be mostly people who have previously played and know roughly what they are doing. That's a loose. The framework needed for rapid development should be in place at this point and to ease implementing missing features. Throughout the beta, implementing missing gameplay elements past level 25 to enable gameplay up to level cap. Um, so I think that's what he's talking about. And then public launch day, all gameplay features for single player gameplay are implemented, including pieces that were previously excluded, such as tutorials, multiplayer multiplayer features like live PvP in guilds would come in an update afterwards. Okay, you got
There you
that?
Yep.
So, from a technical perspective, not everything will be there on day one. But from a practical perspective, nobody should notice as we roll out all the additional features since they should be far enough into the future that people don't reach it. Ability will be the number one go no go metric for us, as that is what would have the biggest impact on the gameplay experience. Okay, so no guilds, no live PvP. Fire clickbait title.
No guilds in Battle Nation? No PvP?
But Zoe plush pillow,
Exactly.
and that's why we're all here. Um, no, so I think that's the right call, right? I don't want them to. I don't essentially want the game. If you ever played a video game before where it just releases and it's just miserable to play,
Mhm.
yeah, we've
Yeah.
we've all we've all had that experience before, and it's just awful. So I think that's kind of the right route to go here.
Yeah. I mean,
Um,
again, like even back then, like with
I'm
um
getting smoked by fucking boars right now. Sorry.
I'm doing the Raptors right now actually, but
I don't
uh,
even want to try the Raptors after this poor boar performance. I'm gonna get smoked.
yeah,
It's,
Pelicans or no?
n- dude, I don't have any steel.
They don't cost that much. They're like 800 steel.
Okay, Mr. Level 10, um, whatever training facility.
um, I mean, hey, if you get the Pelicans and or I mean, the light tanks will definitely still they'll definitely still take a hit. So
Dude, I had 3 light tanks and I am down to 1, and the other 2 are just sitting in purgatory in the repair bay. They're gonna be there for a while. I got some bad news.
But you lost a heavy?
Yeah, I lost a heavy,
How many heavies
but
do you have though?
a one.
Oh, okay, never mind. I was gonna say if you have 3 heavies in total, you basically just made your grind faster, if anything. Because now the heavy is moved over to the very front. I mean, depending on what you're grinding, I guess, but
You see, I'm not going to grind the heavy because I can't get any SP on it. And love that you did the wimps. Love that you did the wimps and everything like that. But think of the SP that you missed out on. That
yeah.
heavy.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, definitely, but I don't know. When it comes down, if you like think, my thought process when it comes down to that, like if I'm locked in trying to, I want this one unit to be up. Like, yeah, I'm losing SP, but at the same time, man, like I want these done. I want these fucking done. That's it.
Weren't you
So
just trashing the community about being impatient? But no, I'm
I
joking.
mean, look, I'm 28 hours in sitting down. That if you don't call that patience, I don't know what is.
I call that insane. Insanity.
28 hours doing the same thing. Yeah, that's impatient.
Guys, I watch me play 28 hours straight in a beta before my before my account gets reset. I
Damn.
I I just what I'm excited about too is that the lore just kind of goes back so far in this game, and that
Mhm.
it's already such a good community that it's once more people start popping in, it's gonna be so much fun.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's gonna be very, very enjoyable. And that's like the one thing I didn't really pay attention to back in the day as well is the lore. My frontal lobe, I'm not a great reader now, and I wasn't a great reader back then. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you guys. Um, and I just did not pay attention to the lore whatsoever. I saw the super tank, and I'm like, haha, big tank, shoot, and that's about it. And now that I'm able to actually do the Let's Play series and sit there and actually just read every single thing. I'm editing a video right now to kind of catch up on my Let's Play series. And it is right now about an hour and almost 30 minutes long of all the missions that I did on live stream. And
Ooh,
it's just like doing the battles, it's doing the reading all the what is it called? Reading all the campaigns, the missions, all that stuff. And I'm like, wow, this is a lot of lore.
dude, I'm getting slaughtered by these raptors. It, I keep having to retreat. Spartan said if you could have PvP or the Zoe body pillow right now, which one would you choose?
I
Spartan,
mean,
here's
oh, go for it. Yeah, yeah.
I was just
You
gonna
go. Yeah, yeah.
say, here's a little known hack that you can do. You already have a picture of Zoe, right? You just go ahead and go to Timu and just be like, put this face on here, and boom,
On the body pillow.
on the body pillow, it's yours. Just steal IP. What were we saying?
If I had to choose between PvP and the Zoe body pill, obviously I'm picking PvP. That's like the obvious choice. I'll pick the Zoe body. Like on the download between you and I, like let's mute the chat really quick. Mute the audio really quick. I'm picking the Zoe body pillow. No.
I don't think I hit the mute button fast enough there.
Oh shit.
Don't even
Yo,
try and
don't clip
twist it.
that.
My first short, A- AP horny for Zoe. The one official pick of Zoe on the Aces go crazy.
I have that. I think that's one of my thumbnails actually.
Oh no.
I'm
Most
not gonna lie. I think that's one of my thumbnails. Wait, let me check.
most
I
viewed
think.
video by a long shot.
Hold on. Wait. Because I remember I sent. Yeah, I do have a video. Battle Nations: How to Stay Ahead, level 35. And it's me on the motorcycle, and Zoe's right behind me.
You're not beating the allegations.
I'm not beating it.
Dude,
Oh no.
I'm gonna
Oh
break my
no.
fucking computer. I'm gonna lose the battle. I can't battle return.
Homie's homie's
This
about
is
to
terrible
crash out.
content. This is terrible content on the side of me. Just Morgan. Oh, our troops, what have you done?
Oh.
What's the worst thing to happen today? Zoe body pillow or the two permit offices? Oh no, dude. Nothing. It's all bad.
All bad, yeah. Jeez. Jeez. Yeah, man. It's fun to play the game. I'm enjoying it. I'm loving
What
it
what
all.
a what a pivot. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I had to pivot somehow.
Yeah,
No, no,
we had to get
I'm loving the game.
yeah. I like the artwork.
Yeah, the artwork for the game.
Alright, let's try the
Um,
Tempest here. Tempest is ass.
I
I
haven't
don't
even
know.
made the Tempest actually. Not
That's a
once I've made
mission.
the Tempest.
There's gonna be a mission for that, so FYI.
Oh, is there? Okay, good to know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to. Yeah, that's what I actually started doing. That's what I haven't done in like all my basically any of my Let's Play series. In all those videos, I never looked ahead. Never looked ahead. I never wanted to see.
Really?
That's why I got screwed over by the wheat thing.
Yeah.
That was that, and then
Do you think you're ever gonna
I
let that go?
that pissed me off, bro. But no, like I'm starting to look ahead, just more so of like I know there's a lot of build missions,
Mhm.
and I definitely want to show more of the Let's Play on the live stream, and obviously if I have to do a build mission after an attack or do an attack mission and then a build mission afterwards, like that's kind of where the live like there's no more content, I guess, for the live stream of doing the missions and reading them out loud and doing all the voices. That's kind of where it stops. So I want to make sure I'm able to do a decent amount of missions while I'm live and just preparing for it and just kind of making sure I know what's going on, so then maybe I may, make another video trying to keep up with how to stay ahead of the game at level 35 type of it.
And I'm also kind of having this thing right now of like this new update come out. I need to be level 35 already, right? It's kind of
Yeah,
and you're trying to do I mean, you're trying to edit in the background too, so you certainly have your work cut out for you.
yeah,
Um,
yeah,
it, and it's essentially just like you're just trying to get there, and
yeah,
it's a little bit it's a grind. So I'm like, I need to look ahead. I need to like allocate these resources, and then I was like, I'm just so behind on resources already. So I'm enjoying it a little bit more so now, and I'm traveling too, so it's been a little harder to play. But again,
yeah.
once summer gets here, I'm so excited. I'm just hoping I can get Wimps to R6 before full release.
Before I would say, I mean, like, yeah, obviously before full release. But I would even say like before. I mean, I guess that comes with like the level capping. You can't get vials until another level capping. I think what until Silver Wolf spawn at 4 or 37 or 36, and then
There's a lot
Rebels.
of new stuff coming in the next update too.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean,
So
yeah.
there's a ton. There's a ton. Oh, and I just solidified. I am now getting level 33 for sure. Nick.
I just
I'm
had to
up.
retreat again. There you go. I'm glad one of us is doing well over here. One of us is level 33, and I'm on like a 1 to 5 success ratio with the Raptors right now.
Oh man.
Yeah, it's brutal out here. My Tempest will be level 2 though. That'll be interesting.
There you
Um,
go.
what's one unit other than the Wimps that you're really excited to do a review for?
Do a review for. Um. Honestly, I would have to say I don't know if there's, like, one unit I'm really excited for. I mean, if I had to really say it, it'd probably be the Dune Rider, you know? The Dune Rider's kinda cool.
Yeah.
Um, but it's more of, like, a lot of the promo units and a lot of the naval nano units. Because, I mean, I obviously, I didn't make content back then. This is my first
Mhm.
time making content for the game, but I will definitely be very excited for the units that I just don't know how I don't know a lot about, and I do read the wiki a ton to
Yeah.
kinda, like, stay relevant of just knowing about these different things. All the new units that are upcoming that are gonna be in the next updates, so I kinda have just an idea, but actually having the unit, actually playing with them, getting my own thoughts, my own experience with them, that's kinda like what I'm excited about with the new unit. I'm not really excited about doing a review for, like, the Commando or something. I mean, it's a well-known unit. It does pretty good if you rank it up. Shock Troopers, same. Marksman, all that
Alright.
type of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like, "Alright, whatever," but, like, when it comes to, like, even the sub, I guess, is a unit that I've never really had.
Mhm.
Um, I think the sub's cool. I
Yeah.
think it's great, but obviously it has a lot of its its flaws,
Yeah.
so
It will die
that's something I
immediately.
wanna yeah, and that's something I would love to share and be honest, very, very straightforward with it. That's why I really love the Spartans unit reviews, honestly. It's like he is very straightforward, blunt with it, and sometimes he's um, very sarcastic about it, but then you're like, "Wait, is he actually being sarcastic or is he actually being real here?" So,
I mean, you're kind of well on your way. So I'm on Spartan's channel right now. He was at 3.3 thousand subscribers, right?
yeah.
And you're sitting at what? Probably 600 and some change.
Yeah.
But I mean, he also had the privilege of the game being out for 5 to 6 years at this point, and this is still in beta, right?
Yeah.
So you should pretty much be on your way there in no time, would be my
I mean,
expectation.
yeah, definitely. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, I think it just comes down to, my plan is just to keep posting, keep making videos, and as much like the biggest thing to me is just helping out the community, helping out community and being able to share more to the community. That's either through my videos or other people. So that's why I'm very I know the my hideout Discord has my face. Trust me, I'm making a logo. I'm trying to make a logo. It's taking forever. Again, I'm trying to perfect it of what I think it is, but I don't want that Discord to be looked at as like my fan Discord. I would hate the idea of a Discord.
Yeah, God
I
forbid.
yeah,
Uh,
I'm just I don't know. It's just too much ego around
Yeah.
it, and I don't know. This game has a special place in my heart, and I played it with my dad growing up, and I
Mhm.
enjoyed it back then when I tried to get into community, but I just didn't that much. Frontal lobe,
Yeah.
that I was just too young.
That's a big barrier right there.
Yeah, so like this is where I'm like, okay, my frontal lobe is here. I've grown up. I know exactly what I'm supposed to be doing to a certain point, and there's
Yep.
smarter people than me. I can learn from them and share that to people who are younger who found the game and don't know what it is. And the game definitely has a pretty high learning curve, and there's a lot to it, especially if you just focus on the lore. If you focus on just mechanics, there's so much with so much. So I definitely hope I can be a good helper within the community of sharing different tutorials or whatever, or videos that I make, videos that you make, videos that anyone just.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta pay respects to the elders, right? Like the
Mhm.
OGs who are doing this.
Oh
Um,
yeah, I mean J Crawls, you got
yep.
Spartan, Gundam, you got
Mhm.
Valkyrie Dash. I know I'm forgetting some too, man. Oh my God, there's one guy who did like the max rank unit reviews. I think that was awesome too. Kind of see like someone grinded them out, using them and showing what their highest potential.
The best is when that dude spent all that time getting to max rank and the unit would just still suck.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
You're like,
And I
damn
think
that.
That adds to the content too. I mean, granted, when he was making those videos, he wasn't actually talking on the videos, more of just like showing whatever. If that was me, bro, and it's a unit that's trash from rank 1 to rank 6, I'm gonna crash out. I'm gonna crash
Eh,
out.
It's like if you got your wimps to R6 right now and you just forgot that you needed vials, that would be utterly disappointing, to say the very
Yeah.
least.
Yeah, literally, literally. So, I'm excited for unit reviews. I'm trying to plan. I kind of know what exactly I'm going to be um like rating them on, and trying to do something a little different than what they did back then.
Okay.
But we'll see from there.
Yeah. I
Hello?
mean, you got me? Sorry, I was just so taken
Hello?
aback by what you just said.
You're out of the Streamlabs. I don't know if you're still live or not,
I'm still alive.
but you're out of the stream. I don't know if you can hear me, but you are in Discord. Uh-oh.
Oh, one sec, guys. Here, I'm gonna send you another link.
Oh, hello?
Hello?
There you go. I just looked at the Streamlabs thing. Your webcam disappeared. I was like, wait a minute.
I'm right here. And viewership plummeted. Yeah, but we had SP. All right, good night, everyone. I can hear. All right, they can hear us both. And AP, can you? Okay, so we lost you visually. Can you re-click that link that I
Click the
sent you?
link. Yeah, yeah. I can
All right, now he's back. Maybe not.
Hello?
Yeah, no, I got you. Can you hear me?
All right. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, we're fully back.
Cool.
One day, I will figure out how to stream. Um, that day will not be
I've
too
never
far.
seen this before, the Streamlabs thing. I've never seen that. I use Streamlabs OBS for my streams, but I've never used what we're using right now, actually, to share the webcam.
Yeah, it's been pretty user friendly, which is really what I need. Famous last words. Yeah, yeah, I'll click the link. It's been really user friendly, which has been the best part about it.
Nice. Okay, that's good to know.
Because you're from the industry, I am certainly not from the industry, so it's hard for me to. There's a big learning curve. So, I've been pretty busy on the weekends and the weekdays with work and everything like that. So again, that's why I'm waiting for summer to really start pushing out
Mhm.
content, and hopefully that does align with the release date. You got any predictions on that? I mean, predictions are all over the place.
Yeah, I mean the release date for the game.
Yeah.
Uh, I mean the last that I heard or I've seen people talking about is summer. That's around summertime. Obviously, there's no hard line date for it, but I mean my guess is summer around there. If it gets pushed, I honestly wouldn't be mad.
No.
Look, give them all the time that they need.
Let
Again,
them
I'm gonna
cook.
let them cook. Let them cook. That's it. So,
Yeah,
but hopefully summertime.
I was I was selling my it's gonna come out in summertime stock until they just like drop back to back updates, and I was like, ooh, yo, this
Yeah.
is this is
So
interesting.
very interesting. Yeah. I mean, we'll see what happens. Again, like I feel like most of the time when it comes to like making this game and coding it, it's just figuring out the bugs that are gonna
Mhm.
come with whatever you're adding.
Yeah,
I don't know coding. I'm not smart like that. I click record and that's about it. Crash out
yeah.
on sometimes. Um yeah, I that's all she wrote.
I feel that. Do you think that we'll be getting anything exclusive for being a part of the beta here?
The
And
one thing I would love, I mean, obviously, if you have like all the Patreon stuff and all that,
mhm,
the one thing I would definitely love to see is obviously right now there isn't a way to get Madrona points. I
mhm.
would love to see if they, give us some Madrona points. That would be
Oh,
that would be
dude.
cool. It's something like, hey, you guys were the beta players.
Mhm.
Here is I don't know. I don't know what a lot of Madrona points is technically. I mean, like if we look at let's see.
Whatever to get
If
a
we look at
hacienda is, dude. I
yeah,
need
yeah,
that.
yeah. Let me see what like how much is a hacienda here. And I feel like I'm fine with a hacienda being still Madrona point, even
Yeah.
at full release. But I think like if you keep it at yeah, hacienda's 49. So like if you give us 50 Madrona points, so we can either buy one hacienda, and that right there tells a player that like, hey, this is a player who was in the beta.
Yep.
That would be cool. It's kind of just like, here are beta tokens. You can buy whatever you want. You can have a Humvee, you can have the Hacienda, you can have whatever, but we're never going to give you guys more of these type of. I would be fine with that. It's something like that. But then again, like I think they're gonna. I think Madrona has their other as well. The Tank Tactics, I think it's called. Could be wrong. Um, I know like how the Z2 thing worked was if
Play
you got
Trade Nations.
achievements. Well, yeah, yeah. If you're playing other games and doing the achievements and everything, you get those points in Battle Nations. I don't know if it was just Trade Nations or not. Um,
Trying to think of other
but
games that they had. Yeah.
yeah, I don't know the exact. I just know you should have like get achievements or stuff. But I think that would be cool if we all got a handful of Madrona points and we decide to spend them however we want. If it's maybe on one Hasi, sure, cool. That's like 10 pop. Or getting a bunch of Humvees and maybe there's a Humvee boost or a buff
Maybe the
on
Humvees
them.
don't suck.
Yeah, maybe I mean, I think the Humvees are really cool. I think they deserve a buff, low key. Honestly, I mean, Humvees are actually 80 points. Never mind, we wouldn't be able to buy a Humvee.
Yeah, we are Humvee poor.
So maybe like we get 100 Madrona points, and there we can buy one Humvee or we can buy two Hacienda. That would be cool. I mean, there's also the orchards as well. So I think it would be cool for them to give us that type of thing as a beta player. To all beta players. I mean, if they don't, then it's fine. It's whatever. I would be
Mhm.
very curious on what they do, on how they're gonna change those buildings and units to be either in line as with the resources we have, or they keep the Madrona points and they create some way of vote for the game to be, I don't know, on the top of the leaderboards or something and get Madrona points. Yeah.
Yeah, I have no idea how they're gonna do Madrona points, but I am very excited to see how they implement it.
Yeah.
Um, so I don't know how much you want to disclose about this. Want to just give like a little background outside of Battle Nations? So you're from like the Midwest or the Southwest, right?
I'm from California.
You're from Cal. I was this close.
I am from California, baby. West Coast, I eat Chino Hills, baby. We had the Ball
Interesting.
Brothers. We had the Ball Brothers at the that's about it.
You're from the West Coast. You have the Ball brothers, and that's it. Nothing
Yep.
else. Way to represent.
Mhm.
So
So,
you're working in the tech industry, right? Or video kind of software editing industry.
I mainly work in the esports industry, a lot with
Okay.
esports. Um, yeah, I don't know where you want me to start because there's a lot of stories in between.
Sounds like I just opened a chest of lore here. Uh, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, there's a lot of lore, a lot of stories, a lot of things. So,
And is there like a game that you mostly focus on with esports, or?
so I worked with different organizations. So basically, like you're thinking of like Phase,
Yep.
TSM, Hunter Thieves,
Yeah.
Cloud9, all that type of stuff. No, I didn't work with all of those teams. I did work with some of them, but not all of
Hmm.
them. But yeah, basically, as just like a videographer. As I started as a videographer, and then learned editing along with it, and then photography, and then managing, and all this other stuff through the.
I lost you there. Did you say something?
Wait, what?
Oh, you're good. I thought I lost
Oh.
you there. I was like, oh, goodbye. Um, and so during that time, did you play any of these games, or like, is there a game that you play kind of outside of Battle Nations that's kind of a favorite, or?
As of right now, I don't really play any other game besides Battle Nations. Funny enough, I think like after Battle Nations back then, I would play Black Ops 1, and then I actually stopped playing video completely.
Interesting.
I mainly would just go outside, hikes, climbing, riding bikes, all that type of stuff, and then somehow got into
Dude, talk about a 180 there. You're like, yeah, nah,
Yeah.
video games aren't for me. I'm just gonna go ride bikes and play outside. You're like, nah,
Yeah.
esports, this is where it's at.
Yep, yep. I mean, like, I still like stayed up to date with video games at the time. But it was more like I'm watching someone else play it, and that's
Hmm.
about it. I'm not playing it myself. I mean, there's Call of Duty FPS game. Never really played it besides just Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2. After that, I stopped playing. The first like FPS game that I actually started playing and got to pretty high ranks in was Apex Legends. I
Okay.
love Apex Legends. It's like one of my. I would love to play it right now too, but I don't want to play it because if I do, I know I'm gonna get sucked back in, and
You're gonna get
I
R6
gotta.
instantly.
Yeah. So, but yeah, that's kind of where it all started going down the rabbit hole. So,
Does that give you kind of like a lot of flexibility with doing the content that you're doing now?
like esports now. I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not working in esports anymore. Actually,
Okay.
stopped working in esports. Now I'm here in Austin working with a barbecue company.
So back to being outside and riding bicycles.
Yeah. Mainly eating Texas barbecue, but
What's your favorite cut?
right now I've been on the trend of brisket. I'm more of a lean person, but
Okay.
I've been slowly going onto the fatty side of brisket. So I've been really enjoying that. But just today I actually went to go film at one of the stores locations, and had a pulled pork sandwich, some mac
Ooh,
and cheese, and it was delicious. Absolutely delicious.
that sounds so good. But I'm with you. I'm more of a lean meat, like I'm more of like a lean cut kind of guy, but brisket's kind of my one exception there. Like I really love a fatty brisket. Um, I don't know. So kind of the same taste there. So next, so the other thing is like, what is your unit that you're most looking forward to use? Like, what is your kind of like end game strat in this game?
Trebuchets! I love trebuchets. And like the trebuchets that are strong, but they're not like insane. I just love the word trebuchets. Here's a fun fact. I'm pretty sure I said it on stream, on my stream for sure at least. I was on Wipeout, the show, and not doing the actual optical
Oh, dude,
course.
I was hoping to get the link immediately.
I wasn't. No, I'm in one of the episodes because they will show contestants who applied to be on the show who didn't make it on the show. I didn't make it on the show,
Oh,
but
dude,
they
you have
used they used my friend Anthony and I in the show, and basically they one of the questions was, what would you do with the prize money? And I said, I'm gonna buy a trebuchet. And they're like, a what? A trebuchet. And I just stood there not explaining it. I just love the word trebuchet. Trebuchet.
yeah, they just talked in the corner like this kid's frontal lobe just really hasn't developed.
this one's lacking a bit.
Yeah, get a get a load of this guy. He's getting a trebuchet. Yeah, I'm just gonna see future streams of you just with an all-out army of trebuchets and portable walls. No advanced tech, no modern tech, just like medieval
Nothing.
tech.
Just medieval times. I'm just gonna be lobbing out trebuchets, bro.
I think it's time that you hang up like the army helmet and you just get a like a full knight suit.
I would love a full trebuchet. That right there would be fantastic to have a full on trebuchet.
Yeah, to bring this full circle, we'll just get you a Zoe body pillow to launch with the trebuchet.
Oh man.
Yeah, that's I don't remember playing with them a lot either. Were they like that good? I mean, they
They had the one attack which the Raptor launcher or something. I forgot what it was. It's a while ago. But that was their strongest attack. And they're pretty good against I think it's a somewhat known strat for what's it called? What's it called? Um Ancient Sentinel. There we go. I totally
yeah.
forgot.
You didn't give me any hints there too. I can't. I
Yeah,
didn't
I'm
know what
sorry. I'm like,
direction
wait. Oh wait, yeah, they said it in chat actually.
to. Thank you, Faisal. That was hugely helpful.
Eh, but yeah, trebuchets is definitely I am so excited for to have just because of the name. It just like rolls off the tongue.
It really doesn't at all. One of my guildmates had over 1,400 trebuchets. Oh my gosh, the Goliath tank. Um, dude, yeah. Um, so with so when you're not doing your YouTube videos and everything like that, I know that in P War, we're both in P War for those who don't know. Um, One of my favorite things to do is when we get a bunch of people together. I think this happens in most guilds too. I've seen it in other games as well, but everybody gets in the Discord. You're doing some sort of event together. That's generally the thing that I like most about the mobile games, and that's something. Did you find yourself doing that at all with the like in the old game? I know you played with your dad a lot, but did you ever have like that, community involvement with a guild, or kind of what was your guild story there?
I was in whatever guild my dad was in, and I did not talk to anyone. More so because again, I was just playing the cool. Oh, um, here's some shiny keys. Pay attention to it. Pay
Yeah.
attention. That's basically this is Battle Nation to me, basically. So that's about it.
Yeah. It was just
I
shiny
didn't.
keys and trebuchets.
Yeah, shiny keys and trebuchets, basically. So I didn't really pay attention all too much to the actual guild that I was in. I know we did like decent in boss strikes because I definitely had some tier 10 units, but I know I didn't get all the
All the all the good ones.
yeah, all the good ones. Really. So, I mean, yeah, I couldn't tell you. I wish I had screenshots and everything. I'll tell you this. I think my name back then was like Bloodkill244.
Wow, dude, you were
Uh,
cool.
it was like
Pe-
blood underscore kill 244, and that's about it.
people
So
saw that name and they're like, "Yeah, this guy's cool. Yeah, I
yeah.
know he's
Oh
good at the
yeah.
game."
I made that name because I remember I don't know what it was. I looked at my I was making my PlayStation 3 username, and my friend and aunt asked me what do I want my username to be, and my aunt had Twilight Collection, and one of the books I think had blood on it, and I was like blood underscore, and then I mean I'm gonna be killing people in the game, so I might as well kill, and then I just like 244. So that yeah, I wasn't there was not much brain power to the name.
Modern day Shakespeare here, everyone.
Yes,
We're
yeah.
lucky to have him.
I'm basically like Crazy Blade's like moveset, if you think about it.
You literally did the meme from a movie when, the cliche when somebody's trying to think of a name quickly and they just look around the room and see things.
Yep, yep.
Yeah.
And you know what? I'm not ashamed.
Dude, I'm taking a look at some of these promo units that I'm not even sure I ever had. Do you remember you were out before the arena last time, to my understanding, right?
Yeah, no, I didn't see the stuff. I did keep tabs of like all the mongers and all that stuff.
I mean, I don't remember having any of these, but oh my gosh, I would love to have this. I mean, it's gonna make it so competitive to get these.
Oh yeah,
Um,
yeah.
I mean,
100%. And
the
that's like the biggest thing I'm gonna be with this game is like as much as I'm making content, I'm gonna be really caring about like the competitive aspect. Because again, like I want these units so I can do unit reviews, do
mhm.
challenges with them, do I have so many different video ideas that I've written down and I'm very excited. Either just trying to get up there and fight, have a winning chance. That's what I want to do.
And I mean, I'm taking a look at the unit list right now. We've with level 35, and I think getting to level. This is why I advocate for level 35 being the first one to be released, is because it is essentially all of chapter one of Battle Nations, right?
Yeah,
Um, I think a new player jumps in, sure, it's still level 35. They can follow the game pretty well. When you get to level, I mean, when you start getting like you remember there's missions where you just have to like put down protests and stuff like that, like you're making
yeah.
water hoses and it's just that's when it gets a little crazy. I think you need to give the people for those of everyone who are new players, you need to give them a little time to get back in the swing of
Get
things.
into
Yeah.
it. Yeah, because
Be
like
like,
there's the riot truck, and then you have the keepers and everything.
yeah, we're gonna see how this game holds up in modern times too. I'm sure nobody will be angry. Uh, Yeah, I'm excited for all of that. I'm gonna be very competitive, and I think AP. I reckon we're probably close to the same age here too. So we played it at the same age when we were younger. We probably weren't min-maxing or grinding, um, as well as we are right now. I think that's pretty safe to
No,
assume, right?
this is a very stark difference between me playing now and back then. It was quite literally just like, let's see how he attacks. Oh, cool animation, nice. And that's about it. Now it's like R6 wimps, I need them. R6 super tanks, I need them. I'm willing to put my money into this. Thanks. And guys, you have to make sure you have all these shops running at this interval at this time, and you gotta wake up at this time and set timers and blah blah blah. Like that's what I'm doing. So
If only I could manage my real life as well as I manage Battle Nations, I think everything would be going so swimmingly.
yeah, if I I mean,
Some
hey.
just setting crazy alarms to go do a mission for no effing reason at all. Like, yeah, I gotta get up at 5:30 this morning. My tool shop's gonna be done.
Yep. You know
Yeah,
what? And I'm gonna be doing that. I'm trying to make sure I can level up every time I go live until I hit
interesting.
35. Until I hit 35. So I am trying my best to like mid max the XP gain. Knowing like again like look like now looking into the future missions and all that and making sure that I have hit the mark and everything. Like I know one of the missions right now that I have is going to give me 10K. So I wanted to make sure I get to at least 72K because I think the level increase is at something for 32 to 30.
Yep.
So I hit that mark. I'm good for today. I can chill out. Well, I can't really chill. I gotta farm my. Uh,
What's your go-to farm right now?
I gotta my like go to farm place.
Or
Oh,
no, your go-to
he disappeared again, but I'm gonna guess. Oh, there he's back. There you go.
I I'm Houdini. Um, what unit are you farming right now is what I was asking.
Oh, super tank right
Super
now.
tank. Yep,
I
that makes
I'm
sense.
I am trying to get that guy. I only have one right now. My
Okay.
plan is to get around 2 or 3-ish,
Okay.
but I definitely want to rank this bad boy up as fast as possible to get to rank 5, and we'll see from there. See from there.
What's the unit total or what's the SP total on that needed for R6?
R6, it's like 300 something around.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's a lot more than the Wimp. I'll tell you that.
Yeah,
But it's gonna be a bit faster because you could solo farm with it.
yeah, but they're shut. You can't click like you can't
Yeah.
do the click cancel like you do with
Yeah, you can't click
FAs.
cancel. But I mean, yeah, I think it's gonna suck solo farming. Solely because I mean I don't know what the exact damage they're gonna be outputting by that point, but
Hmm.
I mean I know their offense is not so
It's
great.
not ideal.
Yeah.
Super tank. So
So
so Spartan's saying super tanks are the most important unit to max besides the Wimps.
yeah.
Um, what's the disparity between the heavy tank? Because I'm just like I'm doing heavy tank, not doing super tank. Just like purely looking at this, and I have it pulled up right now. So a super tank at R6 is 510 health and 340 armor. Okay, 510 and 340, and then a heavy tank at R6 is 340 health and 225 armor. That's pretty massive right there.
Yeah. I think
Um,
the thing is with training the heavy tank, um actually wait, hold on. Let me double check this before I because I know with I think yeah, heavier tank, they actually cost widget. And then with the heavy tanks, I think yeah, it's just gears. Bunch of gears basically. So if you're in the gear drought and you're trying to make heavy tanks, I mean by that point you should be able to take out the
yeah. If you cannot afford a heavy tank and you're in the beta, you gotta get on that farming grind.
Yeah. I think the thing is it's like I think from like what Vehicle Factory 7, 8, 9, um, it's like 20 gears, which 20 gears is what you get from the AC. So if you lose one tank killer and you have no gears, you can't make a heavy.
That's
So
true. So what you're saying is just rank up your vehicle factory because I think mine's at level 12 or 13, so that's like
oh yeah.
17. But also the AC. I don't know if you fought it since the update. It's a lot harder.
It's definitely a bit harder. What's your tank killer's rate
Oh, they're
rank
they're
right now?
5. They're 5. So I'm still taking it down, no problem. But it's a noticeable difference. Like I would be
Hmm.
pretty nervous doing it with R4s now, I think.
Oh yeah, I would definitely be nervous to do it with R4s. I would just rank them up to R5 and have the better chance, or that, or just use another strat that other people have done as well with them. But I didn't think the grind from R1 to R5 was bad.
No, it wasn't because you can
Even
just
the R6 is bad. It's not that bad.
R6 isn't terrible. I think I'm about 2 bars in.
Hmm.
And I'm not really like focusing on doing it. I just do it for mammoth encounters. Um,
Yeah.
so and with the AC, obviously, it'll get to R6. I'm not that one. I'm not like it needs to get there with the wimps. I'm like I got about a day left on the promotion.
Hmm.
So I'm just waiting for that
Fitness.
to finish, and then I start the 28-hour journey of being miserable.
It's gonna be a long one. It's definitely gonna be a long one.
I'm
But
kind of
I
hope.
think it's
Go
worth
ahead.
it. No,
Yeah, I,
it's worth it. That's it.
I'm hoping to have my like a heavy tank by the time, like so I can like rank up my heavy tank with the wimps, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that would definitely be nice. I mean, yeah, if you can wait until then and just do it at the same time, I think that's a good call. Um, it's just more of just like if you're farming at trunks with
Hmm.
that. I mean, I feel like because we do. I mean, we get some new areas, but I don't know if they become if they're raidable or anything or attackable, I guess.
Yeah,
But if you're farming at Trunks and we don't have the SP bug, it's gonna take a while because you're attacking each unit one by one and
yeah.
everything. So
So I'm doing the cannoneers and light tanks right now. Cannoneers are at R4. Have you played much with those at all?
the Cannoneers,
Yeah.
yeah, my Cannoneers are right now rank 3. I was I was ranking them up a bit, and then I got the Pelicans, and then I got super tanks, and then I was like,
Ooh,
and then I
shiny
was like,
keys.
yeah, yeah, ooh, shiny keys, basically. And then I'm like,
Yeah,
okay, maybe I should rank up my field agents.
yeah.
I might as well, right? So yeah, I definitely got distracted. I'm definitely going to revisit them and keep training them up just because they're cool units.
Yep.
But beyond that, it's I'm they're ranked 3 and they're staying until
Interesting.
my super tanks are done.
I think I'll have use for the cannoneers at R4. I mean, they're hitters. I think I'll
Mm-hmm.
have
Oh
use for
yeah.
them through level 40, maybe 45. I mean, I don't think their usability is going to be um replenished rather quickly with when you
Yeah.
rank them up.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm
I
doing
think they're
trunk
great
space,
units.
yeah. Yeah, they're
I think
good
they're great units.
units. I have 3 of them just so I can, get the one attack, but I'm still so behind on steel. It's killing me right now.
Do you have advanced steel mill?
Nope. I've been very antsy about spending nanos except on houses for some reason because I know I'm gonna get the houses anyway. So I like might as well start ranking them up, but I should probably
I think you should upgrade some iron mines right now on stream, baby.
let's do it. Why not? Let's
Upgrade like I mean, unless before you do it, you could also what you could do probably talk to White and he could probably do the breakdown for you exactly how many like iron mine upgrades you need and then I would suggest getting the advanced steel mill.
yeah, but the steel isn't the issue right now. It's more so getting the iron just because my iron deposits are so low. So if I go back to home right now, my steel mill, what yours is probably at 10, right? Or something like that.
Mine is 9 right now because I'm waiting for the large warehouses. I
Yep.
was going to get another, like literally one more storage vault, but
Yeah.
then the updates started happening, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait it out, and see from there. And I have 2 normal warehouses right now. So, but yeah, I would consider getting like 2 iron mines and doing the steel mill solely because the steel mill, the advanced steel mill, the output is like it's like I forgot the exact number.
It's 2,000 or it's 1375 per 4 hours. And I like to
Hmm.
do the 4 hour increments on it.
Yeah, yeah. So
Um,
the 4 hour on the normal one, yeah, 4 hours is the better one. But I would suggest it getting the advanced steel mill, 2 iron mines. You could get a advanced coal as well. I don't have an advanced coal. I just have 2 coal mines that are both level 10. And honestly, it's been fantastic for me. I have not had steel issues really. I've had more iron issues than anything. I don't get enough iron.
yeah,
So
that's the issue I'm having too. I don't think I'm gonna need an advanced coal mine. I got two. I mean, one's at R8 and one's at R4, so they're working just fine right now. I have yet to have an issue with coal in this game, which has been shocking.
yeah. And you could farm for it as well.
Yep.
I just don't do really that much of farming. Since I'm already doing so much unit farming, if anything.
Yeah.
But
You don't want to take out
yeah,
the one scout or shock trooper.
too much. That's too much. After mid maxing my what is it called?
Trebuchets.
Wimps
Yeah.
doing the wimp stream, I am like, look, if I deem this too much time, I have evidence that I've done this for a long time. So
What's going on, Gunby? How are you doing?
oh,
Uh,
it's Gumby.
yes, sir. I was able to pop in Gumby's stream a little bit earlier. I need to
Nice.
communicate better so there's not as much overlap next time. Um, But Gunby, so we were talking about. I know we've talked about this a little bit on stream too. We cannot wait for boss strikes. I think it'd be so much fun to do a like stream to both channels. Like you stream your perspective, I stream mine. AP streams his, and whoever else wants to get in there. Get Imp in there, get Law in there, get all the other guys. Um, and just like people can kind of go back and forth and just see where everyone's at in boss strike. I think that'd probably have to be run by the leaders first, but I think that'd be such a cool idea.
I think that would be hella fun. I mean, like again, like whenever there's new content, I always feel like it has to be shown off, especially like through a content creator, through one of us or all of us, if anything. It's free promotion for the.
Yeah.
That's all it is. Like as long as we're promoting the game, more people are gonna find it. That's more people to follow our content, and
Yep.
we're trying to be content creators, we're trying to be streamers, but we also at the end of the day love this game. We played this game back then, and it's fantastic. So I think it works both ways.
Yeah,
I can't wait. I can't.
I'm so excited for that. I'm gonna get a six pack. It's gonna be a ton of fun. I need to get a wheel too. I think that'd be I think we you could come up with some pretty clever stuff for that for boss strike as well with the
The
wheel.
wheel, yeah, the
Yeah.
wheel. A lot of people have been enjoying the wheels. I have to do more with it. When it comes to like more of the bosses and everything in the game, I'm definitely going to be using it more. I've been kind of keeping it in the back in the download, using it for like more smaller stuff.
Yep.
But yeah, it's going to definitely make a.
Yeah, I am so excited to get that because that's just gonna be easy. I mean, just sitting here, sipping on a nice Michelob Ultra, streaming, and then once I get too drunk, abruptly end the stream.
There you go.
YouTuber boss strike race top BS points wins $100.
$100 bet into it. We start betting on this.
Ooh, yeah, we're just running a Battle Nations gambling ring.
Yeah, it's a gambling site at this point.
An ad per stake as a
See,
punishment.
the only thing I would say to the $100 is like we pay the $100 and that's. But what
Yeah,
if we do it where it's more affecting us in that
yeah,
right there? I think is comedy because it's like especially with me getting the shock troopers, for the of Marin,
yeah.
that fight that screwed me over because I couldn't get M10s now just because I got those shock troopers. I couldn't get an M10. So it affected me very. It punished me. It straight up was a straight up punishment. But now we're here. I got M10s. I'm chilling. But
You're
I
right.
think something like that. Let's do a
The
thousand
thousand.
dollars. There you
I'm
go.
gonna have to sell my channel for $5 if I lose that bet. You guys, who wants it? It's all yours.
There you go. Yeah.
Um, no, that I mean, I remember this is old BNAP lore of when before nanos were released. Um, before nanos were released, but we had the naval missions, and then you just straight up couldn't do the naval missions because you didn't have an
No.
M10.
I mean, I'm. You're talking about we'll clean up our own mess anyways.
Yeah,
That mission line when the reef bandits spawn on the outpost.
yep,
And yeah, I did all of those without M10s. Basically, I was able to take out two of them, or no, I was able to take out one a day
oh,
because I would lose at least one or two R1s, and I just had enough bars to heal them, basically. So I would go into the battle, fight them, lose two R1s. I couldn't do any more naval, and then I healed them up, and then did the next one, and then lost two more R1s, and then did the.
yeah, yeah. That sounds like my personal version of hell, if I'm being honest.
Yeah,
Um,
it definitely sucked. It definitely slowed me down. I'll say that. But I mean, we're at level 30 cap, so
yeah.
I had nowhere else to go anyways.
Yeah, I think level 35. I mean, so we got level 35 a week after SP, right?
Yeah, basically like a couple days after SP.
I mean, it's
So,
almost it's I think because they forgot to drip feed us that. We are now just like, all right, when's this going public? When's the next one? I think people are gonna start to get real antsy real quick here, for better or for
oh yeah,
worse. But
yeah, yeah. I can see people getting a bit antsy on trying to get on wanting the game to come out
mhm.
sooner. But I mean, at the same time, like I think that's exciting for the game. It's good. It's somewhat good. Well, it is good news for the devs because they're like, okay, these people do care. Awesome.
Yeah,
They want the next update. That's motivating. But then it's also like, crap, they're putting pressure on us now.
they're like, oh, these guys want to buy some nanos.
Thanos and everything. So yeah, it goes both ways. I think. But I feel like if the full game were to come out right now, I feel like we're in a great spot, honestly. We're in a
Yeah,
great spot.
I think we are too. What do you think they're gonna do? Release game now? Yeah, we're gonna hold. We're gonna start making protest videos. I think updates will happen. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think updates will happen. I think they've kind of gotten most of it worked out. There's still a couple visual glitches and stuff like that, which will get fixed. I'm not too worried about those. But yeah, they're rocking and rolling at this point. Question: how much the hurdles seem a lot? Yeah, the hurdles do seem a lot smaller. I think the biggest hurdle that they have coming up, honestly, is I think they're able to release the old content now pretty seamlessly. It seems like. The
Hmm.
biggest hurdle is going to be the damn multiplayer. Um,
Yeah.
that's going to create some issues. Um,
Multiplayer,
um,
I think will definitely.
yep.
So.
Do you how much revenue do you think they bring in the first week of the game in terms of nano sales?
Woo. I honestly could not tell you, or like how much they will bring at the full release.
Full, yes. So full release, first week, it's getting blasted on the App Store. You know the whole drill. What do you think they're putting up?
Ah man, I don't know. I'm terrible at these type of. I am always terrible at these type of numbers. Um, I mean, I guess it just depends on like how much the stores are, and that's what I'm also wondering too. I guess that's the real question. No, is it going to reflect what the old prices were back then?
Did inflation hit Battle Nations?
Yeah, did inflation hit bad? Are we? Is the talk? Is the stock market like
Yeah,
stock market crashing or what?
yeah.
So
Guild and PvP are massive hurdles. Yeah, they are. No, I think I kind of backwards napkin wrote this down. I think they're probably looking um I think they're probably looking at $10,000 opening week, and this is if they're doing very little promotion.
yeah, yeah, I would definitely something around that. I think those that's probably a good number. Um,
It's
I don't
ten.
know if that's like a lot to them or not, or whatever. Again, honestly I don't know how many people are actually on the. I just recently found out if you go in the Discord and you go into the members list and you scroll all the way down, you actually see Z2 members.
Way.
If you scroll all the way down on the Discord on the members thing, you can see Z2 members. It's actually so I'm like, are they on the team? Or are they just like like hey, these were the old members back who worked on the were helping out somewhat.
No, I'm pretty
So
sure there are old Z2, like at least one Z2 member on this.
yeah, I mean, I think Boris was technically a part was a part of the old dev team back then.
Yep.
Um, and I think another person too. I don't know exactly who it was. Um, but I know Boris was one of them, and I think there's like another one, and then I found out about the staff at the very bottom. So
That's awesome. Well, AP, I've really appreciated the time here. Thank you for going out of your way to make this happen. This has been a ton of fun for me. Um, Faisal, I'm looking at this right now. Um, I realized, let me look at this. Yep, I didn't mean
crunching the
$10,000.
numbers.
I meant $100,000. Sorry. Yeah, no, I did not have $10,000 because that would just be 100. That would be 100 people buying $100 in nanos. Which is definitely going to be
Jeez.
more than that.
Yeah.
Um, So yeah, AP, this has been fantastic. I really appreciate you hopping on. I have to go to bed and go to work tomorrow. But really appreciate the time. We'll do something together soon again. If you haven't, guys, please make sure to go subscribe to AP. The link is in the description down below. Please make sure to hit this with a like, a sub, you know the deal. And guys, Gunvy's in the chat as well. He joined me on Sunday. If you haven't seen that episode, go check it out. It's in the video section. And also make sure to go show him some love. Does live streams pretty regularly as well. So go give him a sub. And last, I think we have Law in here and AP. Law's doing some videos here too. So let's make sure to
I
go
love
show
Law's
him some
videos.
love. Yeah, I like them too. So if you haven't already, go check out his videos. We're gonna have some more stuff coming down the pipeline. Just bear with me through April and May, and then we will be having videos coming out a lot more. I hope everyone has a good night.